Hi everyone. Today I'm going to just talk a little bit about what pronouns you use when you introduce someone, and also some of the prepositions that we use with that. So here I've written some down, and some of the pronouns that we have in Norwegian are, I'll start off with that first, is, now we say it, jeg, again, jeg, or I, and then you singular is du, and we don't use this one for plural. We have a different one for the you plural. Next one, han, that means he. And then we have hun, which is she. Vi, and that's we. We want to make sure we don't say that W sound there, just vi. And then the word for the you plural is dere. And then we have de for they, de. So this one's always said de and not de, but de. Okay. So those are our pronouns, and I'll show you a little bit about some sentences, how to use those when we're introducing people or asking where they're from. Two other prepositions that we use when we're asking where someone's from or where they live is in, not in, but that's the English form. And the Norwegian would just be e. And from is fra. Okay, so here's some sentences. The good thing in Norwegian with the verbs, when we ask what their names are, what is your name? This is the sentence for that. We don't change the verb. The verb stays the same no matter which pronoun you use, which is nice. You don't have to think about changing the verb. So here, if I'm going to ask you what your name is, I would say, hva heter du? Again, hva heter du? Notice here, an H in front of a V is always silent. Usually we hear the H, but not in front of a V. Okay, so just be hva heter du? What is your name? And then if somebody asked me my name, I would respond with the pronoun jeg, which is I. Jeg heter Mona. Jeg heter Mona. Okay, and then if you're asking someone where they're from, you would use the pronoun fra, because that's from. And then you would use the verb kommer. And then where are you from, which would be hvor kommer du fra? Hvor kommer du fra? So hvor is where, and then kommer, come, and then do you, and then fra, from. Then if I was just going to say to someone, you singular, you are from England, I would say, du kommer fra England. Du kommer fra England. Okay. And here we have the pronoun han. This is he, and then we have the verb lives. Now I'm going to use a preposition I for he lives in Oslo. So I would say, han bor I Oslo. Han bor I Oslo. And then if I want to say that she comes from the US, then I would just say, hun kommer fra USA. And I would use the pronoun fra there to say where you're from. Hun kommer fra USA. She is from the United States. And here, if I was going to use you plural, I would use dere, right? Hva heter dere? What is your name? So if I'm asking two or more people, right, I would say, hva heter dere? What is your name? And then the people would respond with the pronoun we, right? Or in English, I guess you would say, our names are Kari and Jon, but in Norwegian, we would say, vi heter Kari og Jon. Again, vi heter Kari og Jon. And then if I just want to ask somebody how they are doing, I can say, hvordan har du det? Again, hvordan har du det? How are you doing? And I can answer. If I'm doing good, I can say, jeg har det bra. Jeg har det bra. And I never say the T in this word. It's always det. Jeg har det bra. Hvordan har du det? Jeg har det bra. And just one more thing before I end the video, just to explain a little bit about sentence structure here when you're asking the question. You would put the question word ba in front, and then the verb heter, and then the subject that you're using out of the pronoun. That's usually how I do our questions for using a question word in the question. Okay, håper det hjälper. I hope that helps. And I'll see you next time. Okay, ha det bra.